talk a little bit about light and shadows. And I'm sorry, but we're going to go right back to the basics now, because you really need to understand how light works to make a great photo. So when you place something between the light source and another surface, it creates an area which the light does not reach directly, and this is called the shadow. So in this diagram here, we have our sun, which of course is our light source, and we have a cup on a table here with a shadow on the other side of the cup from the sun. Okay, nice and simple, yeah? We have this yellow arrow coming from the sun, which is the light coming from the sun and hitting our cup on the table. So when the light hits the surface, some of that light is absorbed by the surface and some of it bounces off. So that is represented here by the pink and the green arrow. So the pink arrow is the light that's being absorbed by the product, and the green arrows are the light which is being bounced off. Now, some of those bounces, those bounced light, might end up in the shadow, lighting it up a little bit. Like this bottom green arrow here, it's bouncing into the shadow, and that will soften the shadow, make it a little bit brighter. The amount of light that is absorbed or bounces varies from surface to surface based on the texture and the color of that surface. So this is a white cup, so that is bouncing a lot of light but only absorbing a little bit of light. So you can see by the length of the arrows there. If we were to change the color of this cup, if we were to make this cup black, for example, we would actually have a very opposite effect. So the green arrows would become a lot smaller and the pink arrow would become a lot bigger to represent that more light is absorbed and less light is bounced if the cup was black. So when we take a photo, we are capturing the light that has bounced off the product. So again, that's this green arrow here coming towards the camera. So the brighter or more reflective the product, the more light that we are capturing. The shadows in your scene will always be the darkest part. Even the side of the cup furthest from the sun is in shadow. Okay, so this side here of the cup, that is going to be darker than the side facing the sun. Now, the last thing I want to point out in this diagram is the purple arrows. Here, the light is coming down from the sun, it's hitting the camera, it's bouncing off the camera and then hitting the cup, and then bouncing back from the cup towards the camera. So this is the process that gives us reflection. So how we end up with reflections of other objects in our product.